Hi, Niko Ana here. Today, we're going to talk about one really big trait that narcissists have, and it's contempt. Now, what I want to say about contempt is let's define what contempt means. I'll tell you what contempt means to me, and you can think about what it means to you because there are really different expressions of contempt, I believe, and sometimes they can be really subtle. So, but let's just talk about the most obvious form of contempt, which is a level of anger. Okay. Contempt is when someone has an energy towards you or someone else in which they are projecting anger or blame or judgment. And this can show up in the form of direct anger or sarcasm or jabs. It can be really obvious. You can tell if someone's feeling contemptuous by their tone of voice. What they say may not necessarily seem contemptuous, but the tone may seem contemptuous. And it can also just be something that's always masked in humor. So this is really what I want to talk about most, is these subtle forms of contempt. Which, by the way, contempt is the #1 destroyer of relationships. I want to say that because that's really important. I want you to understand that contempt within a relationship is toxic and will always lead to its destruction if it goes unchecked. Now, again, when you can't detect that there's contempt happening in your relationship with someone who may or may not be a narcissist, it doesn't matter if they're a narcissist or not, because contempt is still really unhealthy. But what happens is many times is a narcissist will cover contempt with humor, and they will try to appear like they're joking or like they're being funny, and they may laugh, and they may even follow a humorous contemptuous remark with then something maybe nice to kind of try to cover it up. Like, let's just make up an example. So let's just say that someone that's probably a narcissist, is talking to you, and you're telling them about some success that you had, or something you got. And of course, they're jealous because narcissists are always jealous of everything everyone else has. And, they say something that is contemptuous, something like, oh, well, haha, like, I'm sure you had to do this or that to get it or something. And then I'm just kidding, I'm just kidding. You get what I'm saying, right? Like they'll make a little joke to undermine your success. And that's another level, that's undermining as well. And then they'll slip in the contempt, because really what that is they're contemptuous of your success. And the contempt is meant to undermine your sense of value. And then they'll follow it up with a remark like, oh, just kidding, or haha, they say something, and then that's gaslighting. So you can see these things sort of get layered like a sandwich. And that's gaslighting, because then it's like, oh, you like, that felt like a little bit of a jab, it's very subtle. It's like someone poking you with a tiny needle and then holding it behind the back. I don't know where that needle came from. And then you're like, wait a minute, I know you just stabbed me with a tiny needle, and it kind of hurt, but I'm not sure, and I don't even know what direction it came from, and now you're telling me that you didn't. So I'm really confused, and then I feel bad, cognitive dissonance, because now I'm not sure of myself, right? I'm doubting myself. I don't know if I was right about that. Oh boy. And then when that happens over time a lot in your life, what happens is you set up a pattern for just not believing in yourself, not trusting your gut and your instincts about people and situations, allowing yourself to be taken advantage of, getting drawn into situations that end up badly. And you knew in the beginning, because there were some subtle things you felt or heard or saw that were sort of off. And you were like, but then you explained it away in your mind, right? Well, it's probably this, it's probably that, or they were just joking. So again, with contempt, I want you to understand that contempt is anger. Okay, always, always, always. Just like it's a level of anger, just like frustration is a level of anger. I mean, you think about when you're frustrated, what is it really? I mean, what is frustration really? It's like, oh, this won't work, or why won't this happen for me? Or this is driving me crazy. But if you really go into it, it's really anger. And when you go behind anger, you know that anger is actually fear. It's a fear response. It's fight, right? Fight or flight or freeze or fawn. Those are well, there's actually 5. I can't remember the last one, but the 4 responses to danger that the primal brain has is fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. And fawning is like pleasing. So you see what I'm saying is that, anger is a form of fighting when there's a threat. The brain is like, okay, I'm going to fight. But narcissists use these tactics because, like, they're always operating in fear, and they may not seem to be in fear. They may appear to be, oh, they've got it all together. They may even appear to be really loving, kind, benevolent people, but underneath the surface, under that facade, there is always anger, contempt, frustration, fear, shame, guilt. That's all being projected onto their external environment, you and everyone else and everything else in the world. So just be sure, okay? This is where I want you to get out of this video, is to just really, let's just call an apple and an orange. Let's get really clear here about what contempt really is. So if you are being, engaged in conversation with someone and they are being contemptuous, then that's not healthy. And that is hostile. It's a hostile engagement. It's hostile communication. And if they're trying to cover it up and then they say they were just kidding, that's also not taking responsibility. So what are you going to do about it? Well, it depends. It really depends. But again, boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. So what you have to do in a healthy relationship, in a normal relationship with a non-narcissist, you might just say, you know what? When you just said that, that didn't feel good to me. I mean, it felt, this is how it felt. And you say you were kidding, but it didn't feel like kidding to me, and so please don't do that again. Have boundaries. Don't treat me that way. I don't want you to speak to me that way. You just got to be honest, right? But if you say that to a narcissist, because they want you to, of course, it's going to turn into a big blow up and they're going to extract copious amounts of supply from that whole drama, right? It just won't go well. So that's the difference in how you deal with a healthy person or even just a non-narcissist, and then that would have to be healthy, and a narcissist. So contempt is a subtle form of hostility and anger, and it destroys relationships. And this is why narcissists always destroy their relationships. Some people will stay and get abused for years and years and years. And like, I get it. I understand why. And I'm not judging you at all. Like, if right now you're watching this and you're like, man, I've been in an abusive relationship for a long time and I haven't left. I get it. It's scary. It feels impossible. It feels like you're going to die. It is so threatening to think of leaving an abusive relationship. So I'm not judging you at all. What I'm saying is, start to own that the contempt is what's destroying the relationship, and it's not you. You're not doing it. And if someone else is not willing to face that in themselves, because narcissists can't take responsibility for the behavior and they don't have self-awareness, there's nothing you can do. You can go to the therapist, you can go to workshops about listening, you can meditate, you can show up authentically, and whatever it is, all the personal development you've done to try to make the relationship work, whoever it is in your life, you can do that until you're blue in the face. But once you realize that there is nothing you can do to change this dynamic, that's when the healing starts. When you accept, you know, this person really is just hostile. They're hostile, and subconsciously they are trying to destroy this relationship and destroy me. That's the really unpleasant truth of it. So the good thing is, you guys, there is healing. There is, you know, a choice. There's a choice we can make. We can say no to hostility in subtle forms. We can say no. We can have boundaries. We can't change people. We can say, if you're going to act this way, you've got to get away from me, whatever that means for you. If you're going to act this way, then no, I won't be around you. I will leave, or you will move away from me, or I will remove myself from you. Just don't do it. Don't put up with it. Do not let contempt destroy your relationship and poison your being. It's not worth it. Okay. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. I hope this video helps you. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. If you find this helpful, hit the notification button, and I hope to see you real soon. Bye-bye.